Hey you! Welcome back to the Dugout and Beyond. So, yeah, as I in my last video, I of course gave a big update on most of the sports going on. MLB ending, college basketball starting, NBA basically a couple weeks in now. I got college football almost ending, NFL about halfway through. Yeah, and of course we have, as I mentioned, the MLB All-Star, not All-Star, just free agency has officially opened up a couple days ago, and we of course have some huge names. As most off seasons, we have at least 1 to 2 huge names that either could be staying, and those fans and the rest of the team want them to stay, or they might just be leaving and going somewhere else just because some stuff happens. So, of course, this is not much has really happened so far, but we do have actually one new move. Ji-Man Choi, who was previously on the Tampa Bay Rays, has been traded to the Pittsburgh Pirates. Also, our first baseman. Actually, it was very like a subtle move. It kind of just happened. It actually, there's some news sports pages that actually had it somewhat predicted already. It was like, or knew it was happening like a day before it actually happened. But nevertheless, he is now officially in Pittsburgh. I think they got I think they got a new, like a younger pitcher for him. But I know that it happened. I think last Monday, actually. I think that happened last Monday. But yeah, let's see who actually. So Thursday. So this last Thursday, I remember it was afternoon. I figured out. Thursday night, the Pittsburgh on the veterans. The Pirates have acquired Ji-Man Choi for minor league reliever Jack Hartman, and I think they were getting like a pick or something with it. But yeah, they so that came up, and basically was, of course, there's always gonna be those unexpected trades that, like, wow, like that happened, like they weren't on anyone's market, for example, Ji-Man Choi. But yeah, so the ones that are on the market and have been basically the biggest stories of the last few years, especially this year, we have at number 1, from hopefully coming back, is Aaron Judge. He turned down a 7-year, $213.5 million extension at the beginning of the year, and then just somewhere in, I think it was about right before the middle of the season, when they were actually doing really well, and they're basically the top of the league for a few months. He got stopped in arbitration with, I think, $17 million for the year, and of course they just couldn't come up with a good deal. The man bet on himself, and besides not really completely showing up in the playoffs, the man killed it. He legitimately made it seem like no one knew what they were talking about, and just made everyone pay for it. Like, especially the Yankees, they just were not budging. He wasn't budging, and now he is going into probably one of the biggest. He will be going to on the biggest payday, probably in sports history. I don't know if he's gonna break Mike Trout or Harper or any of them, because he is a little bit on the older side, because the Yankees just don't bring players up until they're 40. But yeah, he's 31, and yeah, they people are saying he's probably about 8 years. I would say 300 million. But yeah, the man bet on him. This is like a crazy story of, like, if you don't believe in yourself, when you believe in yourself, good things will happen. Well, most of the time. I mean, in his case, it definitely is going to happen, because there's going to be a team, there's many teams out there right now that want to throw that money at him, but also they want a good realistic like situation coming out of this, because again, he is like at this point usually you're in like your next contract for at least a year or so, and he's just not in that. He's 31, but yeah, the man bet on himself. He had a great year for us. I do hope he comes back. I hope they throw, I hope they came up with some realistic situation for both of them and throw the captain at him. Not like that, because it's not respectful, but respectfully give him that captain title. Honestly, make the man happy. I don't really care. It should happen. Steinbrenners, please make the move, and you're gonna lose it. You're not gonna lose the fan base because we're New York Yankees, but you're gonna lose the respect of a lot of people if you don't make this happen. Especially with the Bay Area calling his name back, which is where he grew up. He did go to Fresno State, and yeah, the Mets think that Cohen's gonna throw a whole lot of money at him, a whole lot of money, and yeah, so there's some crazy things going for him right now, and yeah, just throw it over to the East River. Actually, no, yeah, East River, because Bronx, East River, Queens, and if you don't know that geography, there's the Hudson River on the my side. There's on the one of the sides of the TZ Bridge. Then there's like Westchester, Manhattan, and then East River, Long Island, all that stuff. That is where it's look at it from your way. So Bronx, Queens is like right here. So it's thrown over the East River to the Queens. And we got Jacob deGrom, 35. He opted out of a $32.5 million contract. I think it was for this last year. It was obviously his terms. But yeah, he's a little bit old. Of course, he's a few years older than Judge. But pitchers, of course, have different statuses on how long they play. Like they use their arm probably 100 times more ways than a normal player, than a position player, because of course he throws at least 100 something pitches almost all the time. Yeah, so I don't really know. I think he has been in talks with going to Texas. Kind of just, I think he wants the money and just kind of settle down. I don't know. He's obviously at that point he's not really looking for a ring unless Texas just blows up somehow. Just I don't know, becomes amazing. Yeah, he really killed it. Yeah, and of course he was out because of I think you Tommy John, and then you said multiple other injuries coming up. Yeah, he kind of had been. He just came on back this season, like halfway through, and he was the deGrom who we remember he was, and he just absolutely killed it. We got next all the way over to the West Coast in LA. We got Trey Turner. I want him to stay, and the Dodgers. He just seemed like a good. He seems like a great. That team just fits together. Whoever planned that, I want to know who the GM scouting for that was. Whoever made that team, besides like of course little outliers there, like randomly Bellinger would just crap out. But he did have a great, pretty good season this year. But yeah, that team just looks like it has great chemistry. They all love each other. They just a huge, great group of people there. One of the smoothest ever in the game. If you ever want to see his slides, go check out his slides. They will make your jaw drop of how smooth they are and just flawless. It's amazing. Yeah, they're of course the Dodgers are thinking about getting Correa, which again, I said this in another video. If the Dodgers see this, please don't get Correa. Don't go after him. You're just gonna make your fan base hate you guys. Especially after what happened with the whole cheating scandal. But yeah, just don't get Correa. He's not worth it. And of course, the next person on the list is Correa. But yeah, I personally, for me, no. Obviously, I don't know the whole behind the scenes of the teams, but he just doesn't seem like a guy that you want there, and your fan base doesn't want him. But yeah, he had a great year also. He did have that line where he was like, well, if I want to get something, if they want to get it, they have to come get it. Like, you need to give me a lot of money to be here. Saying that to the Twins, who he was there for the last year. But he opted out of his $35.1 million contract, and for this year. Correa's 3-year pact with the last winter included a player option for both this coming year. So he had 2-year player options. 3 years, but 2 years. So he basically had a 1-year contract with them. Yeah, and of course we have, which after the whole scandal, I just don't like him. I don't even want to like get into him because he just thinks that he is owed more than he deserves, personally. Yeah, so that, I don't know, that's a crazy situation with that. But we also have on number 5 for probably top, some of the top biggest is Xander Bogaerts for the Red Sox, 30 years old. He's basically been one of the faces since they let go of Verdugo. They have Verdugo actually. No, Verdugo's on the Red Sox. He came to the Dodgers. Yeah, that team is not really fully. Oh, they are definitely slowly bringing in new faces from the minors and getting trades in free agents. But other than that, he had been face. I think they want him there still. I think he wants. He opted out of a 3-year, $60 million guaranteed. Yeah, he's been such a consistent good player for them, but they did not have a great season, and I don't know if he's trying to move on to maybe be a ring chaser, but in the end, he is a good player, and I think any team would love to have him. Probably a great team player, great in the clubhouse, and has a whole lot of playing experience, and will definitely help out in the postseason. Yeah, so that's the basically top 5 major free agents going in for this offseason. I'll go over the next probably few in another video. I probably will, because they are also again major contributors in the league and have a big, huge known face. So yeah, I'll see you in the next free agent video for MLB, and I hope you liked this video. If you did, it'd be awesome if you could like, subscribe, and comment, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.